StreamYard lost access to your Facebook account.
Ha de tener chingo de passwords, güey.
Fuck yeah.
Yo me envergo en gacho, güey, también. Did they give you this information after all? The one you requested?
I just requested it. I'm waiting for it to come in.
Dice Paco que no le quisieron dar nada, güey.
¿Cuál Paco?
De Wagon Wheel. Que ya no tenían dinero, ¿tú crees?
No, they have shitloads of money, güey. They have shitloads of money.
Le dicho Paco que no.
They have shitloads of money. That's why I'm asking for that thing.
And what do you think you need to get those type of funds?
Just to show the loss of income. Dude, you just bring your income. Almost every business hit a loss way, like 90-something%. All you have to show is that you lost more than 15% within the time, like from one year to the next. Y ya chingaste la feria. But it's
weird because half of it doing car business.
Just how you file your taxes. It all depends how
I had the taxes, but
it still shows if your income was lower. It still shows your income is lower.
Well,
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you switch jobs or whatever.
I think I made less than.
You can say you left the car business because of COVID. Did you?
I did.
I thought that would be your perfect.
But who's in charge of that program?
April Rodriguez.
No, that's not.
That's why they gave her the Feria Sota, way.
And who decides who gets it?
They do. They were in the program. That's what I'm telling you. No viste el complaint que I had that they sent me to put in? That somebody had made a complaint?
Wow.
You didn't see that?
I must have missed it.
Well, they sent me the complaint. Jose Rodriguez. He sent me the complaint, so I posted it. And that's what he was saying, that they keep on changing the rules. He even submitted a complaint to the state, and in the letter that he sent me, the copy.
Dude, send me the link. I can't find it. What would be the link?
It's not running yet. I'm working on this right now.
Minutes. Anita. Hmm? 10-12. Para que no se vea pinca. The fuck?
bueno, todo this fucking information. Pero ahí va, ahí va, ahí va. Oh shit, we've been on all this time.
Sí.
Yeah.
No, porque.
Yeah, we're on right now.
Oh, yeah.
We've been on for 6 minutes.
Oh, shit.
Guys, yeah, when we were talking about the letter that we had sent out, we were waiting for word from not only the state attorney general, but the U.S. attorney general that was filed from a business. They filed this complaint to the U.S. attorney general in reference to the Maverick County.
Tell them to somebody to send you a message. Guys, send a message. Whoever's out there.
They already did.
They did?
Yeah.
Oh, they denied me. Oh, Leonela. They're denying a lot of people, Leonela.
There's supposedly a bunch of money that's out there, and all we've heard of is complaints about the way the situation is being handled at the workforce center due with all this funding, American Action Plan funding, American Rescue Plan funding, that apparently a lot of people have been saying.
It's not coming out yet for some reason.
Apparently, a lot of people have been saying that they've been denied, as one of our viewers is mentioning right now, Yonela.
And it's so funny because I spoke to another business owner today, and he was told that there are no funds available. So
Another business owner was wanting to get some funds, and they told him nothing was available. We did submit a request of information that way, public request of information to the county to see who are the actual businesses and individuals that have been awarded this funding. Again, that is public information since they're government funds, public funds, that ultimately taxpayers will have to come out, somehow, right?
Yeah, because according to the government, there was a lot of funds that are going to be out there available. And being that it's Maverick County, sometimes we got to get educated and, what are the steps of a small business owner to get that type of funding, because, we talk about being transparent, yet, a lot of people have many questions about what's going on. How am I supposed to get that money? Who do I get in contact with?
Well, you know what's funny, now that you're really talking about transparency. I know we weren't going to start with this, but we kind of accidentally stumbled onto this, right? So we'll just go with the flow. But transparency is a good word here because just this past meeting on Monday for Maverick County Commissioner's Court, we were trying to look for the agenda online where it usually is, and it was nowhere to be found.
Again,
now I know there's minimums, right?
Yes.
Minimum is, hey, as long as it's posted here or whatever, but the Maverick County residents, and there were several of them that contacted us and complained about the situation that they weren't able to access the agenda for this Commissioner's Court meeting that just passed yesterday, and it was a cause of concern for them. And you have anything to add to that, or? Again,
my thing to this matter is, as a business owner, having, whether it's a small business or anything of that sort, how do we go about? What are the rules? Who do we talk to? What paperwork to bring and where to bring it? Is it going to be at the Maverick County Courthouse? Who's the person to talk to? All those little things, because a lot of people here in Eagle Pass, a lot of people, they want to be aware of what's going on, so. And it's very, very important for our leaders in the community, especially in Maverick County, to, be aware of, letting us know. We're having a little bit of technical difficulties, I believe.
What actually is going on is that YouTube is on live right now, or was live for the past 10 minutes.
Okay.
So we were going live on YouTube. That's why we only have YouTube responders there, right?
I see that.
But now I did enroll us into Facebook, so I think most of our
Viewers.
people that most of the
there we
viewers that
go.
like
Now
to come in
we're on.
are able to see. So we apologize for that. That first 10 minutes was total improv. That's not how we were gonna start. That's not how this thing was gonna go, right? But we thank you, those that were on YouTube, right?
The viewers are starting to go up. There we go.
So we're starting to get a little bit of more people, and maybe we'll start the way we were supposed to the first time,
Yes.
rather than jumping into the politics of things, politics of Maverick County, the way we did earlier.
Yes.
Now, what we're going to go ahead and do, since there's so many bad vibes out there, not just for us, not just for you, right? There's a lot of bad vibes, so we're going to go ahead and light some sage here.
Purple sage.
As y'all can see, it's a mix of the dragon's blood one,
Okay.
and a regular white sage.
So what's that stuff supposed to do?
What sage does is supposed
Get
to
you
clear.
high?
No, well, I mean, I don't know. I never smoked it myself, so I wouldn't be able to tell you that, right?
Little bit of medicinal,
But
no
this, what it
medicinal
does
shit in
is
there?
it'll clear the environment up. It'll release any kind of negative vibes you have around.
I see that.
And I got this these sage and many other ones that I've gone before. You guys need to hit up Mel. She's under Myra Rivera on Facebook. Mel's real good with having good products for you, spiritual wise, cleansing wise, and that's exactly what we're gonna do here with this sage.
Guys, all of you guys that are watching out there, please go ahead and share our video. So we would greatly appreciate it here at the Low Star Podcast. If anybody that out there watching it, go ahead and share it for us. That would give me a thumbs up. If you already shared it, we would definitely appreciate it. So let's start with NFL over the weekend, Isaac.
NFL. Well,
where are those Cowboys?
Yeah, exactly.
Where are those we them boys? We them boys.
We can't even talk about football until we talk about Dallas Cowboys football. And you know what? It's starting to surprise me a little bit. I wasn't aware of what kind of situation we were going to have coming into this year. Being the Dak Prescott, he just came off a major injury.
Yes, major.
COVID season last season and everything. We didn't know where we were going to be at. I was impressed the way they played the first week, and the second week they did awesome against the Chargers, and they really came out real big against the Eagles.
237 yards.
Yeah, I mean, Dak's out there throwing the ball. I think Zeke picked it up a little bit more.
No, Pollard picked it up with 109 rushing yards.
Well, see, Pollard's been showing a lot of explosiveness.
Zeke only had 79. I think the one that's gonna need to be feeded is Pollard, because that guy had a monster. Anybody that had him on fantasy football, anybody that started him, wow. 109 yards, 1 touchdown. Zeke had 71 yards. CeeDee Lamb, 13 yards. 1 for Wilson. 81 yards in the air for Zeke. Thank you. Somebody shared it out there. Who was it? Jose Rodriguez. I appreciate it, buddy. Thanks for sharing it. Again, guys, anybody that's out there, please go ahead and share our videos. We would definitely greatly appreciate it. And going back to the NFL,
one of the games that was interesting to me is they went ahead and went with Fields in Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what did you think about that? What did he take? 9 sacks, going down 9 times.
And
now, as a rookie, that's got to stir something up, doesn't it?
Yes, and they got 3 quarterbacks, I believe. Now they're having what
competition?
I mean, they're having a dilemma. They don't even want to see what quarterback to start. And I mean, that's
and a lot of people thought Josh Fields was going to be able to come in and make an immediate impact. I think a lot of people did. I saw him on several drafts that I participated in. He was even drafted towards the end of drafts, thinking that this guy's going to tear it up. Yeah, and I mean, it is very early. It was 1 game, but taking 9 sacks. That's a lot of sacks.
In the NFL, there's a little quote that says there's 2 speeds, fast and faster. You could be fast in college, but in the NFL,
everything slows down.
Buddy, let me tell you, that will tear you up.
Now, getting back to the defense of the Cowboys, the defense of the Cowboys really showed up big. Even Diggs came up with a pick six that looked very nice on the video. I mean, what?
He took it all the way. What is it, number 7? What's his name?
Yeah, Diggs.
So, hey, I'm not a Cowboys fan, so.
Oh, I mean, there's chants out there. There's people saying that, hey, is it Super Bowl run this year? Is it Super Bowl run?
Let me tell you.
Where have I heard this before, right?
We the boys are far away from Super Bowl. Now, what would we call the upset of the week? Anybody out there wants to comment? What was the upset? Any football fanatics out there? Which out of all our fans that are watching right now, any of you guys out there, what do you think was the upset? Anybody out there want to take a wild guess? The upset of the week? Anybody out there? Because I already know who major upset, who got upset big times. I mean,
who's your upset of the week?
Okay, I'll tell you what. I'll pick my upset of the week, and you pick yours. Okay. I'm gonna go with the Chiefs and the Chargers.
Chiefs and the Chargers?
Yes, they got smoked 30-24. I mean, woo. Everybody who was on that bandwagon, oof. I mean, they're 1-2, man. I mean, no show Mahomes. He ain't showing up for them on Sunday, Isaac. So,
no, I mean, this season I think is going to be full of surprises, and I think it's going to be a thing where people start up slow and then kind of get a little bit of momentum towards the end of the season, at least in my opinion. My upset pick for the week would have been the Saints and the Patriots. The Saints beat the Patriots 28-13. I didn't see that coming. I thought the Patriots, even though the Patriots is not a great team right now, the Saints with their quarterback situation, I mean, he can have a huge game one game and be,
unpredictable.
Yeah, it's too.
Is he gonna show up? Is he not gonna show up?
And you can never tell.
Is that your team? Are you this?
No, I'm a Cowboys.
Oh, okay, you're with them boys.
I'm a Cowboys.
Do you dance on short daisy dukes and like those videos that come out? Puro protein. Shout out to Alex Flores. What's up, buddy? Hey, sorry, Alex, I missed you today for lunch. I know you're a big Chiefs fan, bro, and I'm sorry about your Chiefs, bro. Since Christian Okoye days, Alex Flores is a true Kansas City Chiefs fan. I can vouch to that because I know Alex all my life. Yes, Debbie, Chiefs are losing big times. Don't tell that to my buddy Alex. I want to send a shout out to my buddy Robert Mata from San Antonio, Texas. Another Texan. He probably got the Texan flag tattooed in his ass. What's up, Robert Mata? Gotta go visit you up out there. But yes, so which one was your upset again?
The upset, mine was the Saints and the Patriots. And what I was saying, because the Saints quarterback, Jameson, he's just so unpredictable. You don't know if you're going to get 4 touchdowns one game or 4 interceptions the other way.
I agree with
so, that. I mean, to me, it was an upset because I think the Patriots, even though they're not a Brady Patriot team, they're a decently established team all around.
Well, now that you're bringing up the GOAT, everybody better get their popcorn ready. Sunday Night Football, Bubba. You got Tom Brady against New England Patriots.
This Sunday.
Everybody better have their popcorn ready. So, and I also want to win or lose, we still represent. Go Niners. Hey, no comment about the Niners. They choked. I'm sorry, Christina. Your Niners choke. That's all I gotta say. I know the Ruizes, you and your dad are big 49ers fans, but I'm sorry that they choke. You don't leave 30 seconds on the clock for Aaron Rodgers, bro. He will kill you.
And he's one of those few that is known for that and can cause your team a lot of damage if you let him, especially with enough time.
Shout out to my buddy Charlie Jimenez. Charlie, hope you're doing good, buddy. I think it's happy anniversary to you and your wife. So, on behalf of the Lone Star Podcast, happy anniversary, Charlie. My been my San Luis Cardinal buddy since we were little. So shout out to Charlie Jimenez. And yeah, going back, you don't leave time on Aaron Rodgers.
No,
Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady, they will kill you, brother.
absolutely not.
I don't know if you agree with me, but you leave him 20, 15, 20 seconds, two passes, and hey, Merrick, Southwest. Hey, I appreciate it, man. I mean, thank you for that comment. I'm gonna take that comment to my heart. And by the way, that flag that you have it right in that color, I just bought a Bear Complex CrossFit bag to use to work out, and I put a patch like that color that Merrick, Southwest Texas has, South Texas has.
Nice.
But with a Punisher on it next to it, so it's pretty good. So thank you, Merrick, South Texas. I appreciate it. And again, going back to Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers, you don't leave time. I have Rodgers on my fantasy team. He did give me tons of points. Oh, I bet he did. Let me tell you, guys. Let me tell you one quick thing, Isaac.
Okay.
I'm 2-1 on my fantasy team.
Okay.
And the reason I lost on the first week against Maito was because I didn't start Tom Brady. Brother.
Okay.
He gave me like 85 points. But hey,
who did you start then?
I had Allen and Tom Brady.
Oh, okay.
And I started Allen.
Which I think everybody would.
Yeah, everybody. He's a 92.7.
He actually had an outstanding game this past week.
I started him, and in the first week he gave me like 33, and Tom Brady gave me like 80 freaking points, bro. But let me tell you, I have a real good team.
I run 3 leagues, so I have 3 leagues. I mean, I don't run them. I participate in 3 leagues. So I'm 2-1 on the higher paying one, and 1-2 on the other. Now yesterday was difficult because I was depending on Hurts. No, I was depending on Hurts and
But did you still win?
Golder. Yeah, I still won, but I was losing about 20 points, having to come back with 2 Eagles that were doing terrible the first, second, and third quarter. Now, the reason why I won this game was because in garbage time, as they like to call it, garbage time, that's when Hurts got his
started
points.
Making passes and touchdowns.
And to me, it doesn't matter if it's garbage points or non-garbage points; they'll still give you a win. So
yeah, I want to send another quick shout out to Adrian Salinas. You've been doing a great job there at Fort Duncan Regional Medical Center, Adrian. Thank you for tuning in. Shout out to my buddy Michael Navejas. I call that guy the perdido because he never wants to go to the gun range with me. Never. Su brother sí va conmigo, pero él nunca quiere ir. Michael, I love you, my brother. You're missing in action. You just started working at the casino. Ya te perdiste de tus camaradas, but I still love you, Michael. You're my boy, brother. So shout out to Michael Navejas. But going back to all this stuff, yeah, my team is awesome. Let me tell you real quick, guys. Excuse me. I have Tom Brady as my quarterback. Mm-hmm. I got Hunt from the Browns. He gave me 29 points. Saquon Barkley, what's his name? Saquon Barkley. Mm-hmm. And then I have Evans, a wide receiver for Tampa Bay. Okay. Gronkowski. And I have Tyler Lockett. Okay. And I have the Chicago Bears defense. And
cool. That must have been brutal. Yeah.
So I'm 2-1. I got 750 points. I'm like 4th in the nation in fantasy football overall. Oh, so and I haven't played fantasy football like in 7 years.
Oh wow!
But I have an awesome team, and I look forward to kicking ass. I don't know about you guys out there, but I look forward to. Any UFC fans out there? Anybody watch the UFC this weekend? Because I sure damn did. Brian Ortega.
Why don't you tell us
let me tell you, it was Shevchenko. I mean, that girl, she's a killer. She's a Russian killer. Nobody can beat her at 125 pounds. Easily took out this girl from Houston, Texas. And then the co-main event, the return of, Nick Diaz. From the Diaz brothers, bunch of cholos, UFC fighters, got his ass kicked. Guy's been out for 6 years, suspended for marijuana use from the UFC. Got back, he gassed out, gave up. Now the main event, Brian Ortega, T City, that fight was awesome. He won the whole 5 rounds. Um, unfortunately, what's the name of the guy? Arlovsky or something like. I mean, that guy's a beast. I mean, his cardio was there, so he won the unanimous decision. So great fights this weekend. It was awesome. Anything else we're missing? Oh, Eagles won.
Eagles, I think
My understanding, Mavericks won too.
I believe so.
Anybody know what the scores were? I know that the Eagles won. It was parents' night, and I know we got an awesome quarterback with the Eagles right now playing. CC win is pretty strong too. So both teams.
Did you see that? That once that with the Maris, their running back, I believe.
Oh yeah, he's good.
He had. I'm looking for the stats here. What, over 200 yards and like 5 carries, 6 carries?
It's unbelievable. I was able to see a little bit of. I didn't make it to the game on Friday, and there's a reason why I didn't make it to the game on Friday.
What was that?
I'm trying to remember. Am I getting old?
It happens.
What did I do Friday, brother? Man. Anyways, if anybody remembers what I did Friday, please let me know. Paco, what's up, Paco Jr., Mr. Republican, Mr. I support that guy that's running for governor, Republican. I don't know what his name is, Paco. But
Well, going back real quick to the Eagles game, an
Yes.
elite performer against LBJ, TJ Mattis,
TJ.
5 carries,
That's the stat I saw.
210 yards, 3 touchdowns. So he touched the ball, he carried the ball 5 times, and out of those 5 times,
average
3
like 40,
touchdowns.
42 yards per carry.
42 yards. Now
Yeah,
that's one of the
that I do
stats
remember.
that really poked out on me that I saw on
Unbelievable.
social media, and that's just ridiculous.
Yes.
Ridiculous.
Are
And
you- Wow, Dubai, Rafael. Damn, brother. Look at that picture. That's a little bit of swag right there, Rafael. Good stuff right there, brother. Good stuff. Salud, Baba. You're balling over there in Dubai, I bet. But
well, let's get back to what we were talking about a little bit when we started the show that we weren't aware it was going on.
yes.
But we've had a lot of concern coming from residents, and
business owners.
both, because there is right now. It's my understanding that there is funding available not only for businesses that were affected by COVID, but also individuals. To help pay rent, pay utilities, things like that
Oh,
if you were
yes.
affected by COVID. So individuals and businesses both are getting an opportunity to apply for funding. But the thing is that a lot of, like I said, residents and businesses as well have been sending me messages asking a lot of questions, and that's the reason
What are the
why.
protocols? What are the rules?
Well, one of the reports, according to the person that called, we actually have them, their letter we posted about a complaint that was submitted that we were talking about a little bit earlier. And what we did is that we shared that with you, and we went along and got with them so we could ask for the information, because we want to know. There's a certain amount that was funded available for funding, right? So
Yes.
once that thing is allocated for that, how is that money being distributed? And you're talking about millions and millions of dollars. So it's fair enough for us to want to know where this funding is going, how is it being used, who's getting this funding, because like I said, there are several complaints from businesses that they're not just getting the assistance that they need.
And I think in reality, maybe the state is the one that supposed somebody. If I would do some, I mean, if the government or the state or whoever's giving these funds out, I would say, you know what, get qualified people to, open up a temporary office for somebody from the state, because if the state, and again, make no mistake, I'm not a professional accountant, or I don't know none, but I've been in business for 18 years, so believe me, I know about adding a penny or two in my life. So going back to this, I would say, you know what? Maybe the state should send maybe like a rep, because If I send $3 million to your county to disperse them, what do you think is going to happen? You know,
I mean,
You're
with the complaints that I've been receiving, to me, I think an audit or some type of, hey, are we doing this correctly? Like somebody should come by
even then,
and should make sure the process is
oversee.
like make sure the process is being done correctly. In addition to that, poke around a little bit.
Because ironically, I told you about the situation, and then you tell me about another one, two different
exactly
small business. I mean, I don't even want to get close. I mean, I don't.
It's just a difficult situation, there is people that they need the funding and they want to apply for funding, and they have gone through great lengths to take care of that funding, or at least to apply to make the effort, and they're getting turned back. They're getting turned around. They're getting no funding, and they're right back where they started with. So, I mean, that's our concern with it. That's why we wanted to find out where is this funding going, get somebody, get some documents on it. That way we know what's going on. Later on, hopefully, maybe we can do a interview where we actually go in there and try to get some explanation.
Good luck.
If anything like that is possible, I mean, we don't know, but that's something to look into the future to see if we're able to get done.
I mean, it's getting out of hand. I personally think it's, this money's out for people out there that really need it. We're considered, and I don't even like to mention it, but we're one of the most poorest counties in the state of Texas. I don't have the exact numbers, but sending that type of money and then not to give them to camaradas, and I hope that doesn't happen, because rest assured you're gonna hear me bitching 100%. If something like that, they talk about transparency and all these commissioners out there, and
I mean, let's rewind a little bit. You say give to the camaradas. Now, whenever you say anything like that, I'm like clarifying for the people that it's not something where they'll have cash and they'll give straight out or nothing like that. What it is maybe preferential treatment, and the opposite of preferential treatment, trying to intentionally hurt a business by making them go through loopholes or what have you. That way
or giving them the inside scoop, like, what do you call that trading, the inside, similar to inside trading, I believe. But hey, you know what, Joe Smith, ¿sabes qué? Juan Espinosa de carnicería carnicería William Street, ¿sabes qué? Ven y aplica ahorita, mete la aplicación y tú nomás métele, apúntale y tráeme los papers. Esto es lo que necesito, y a los 24 hours later, I'm going to give you a funds of almost $3,000 or $4,000. Tú no hagas pedo. That's what we're afraid of that's going on. And I hope I'm wrong. Hey, if anybody out there that think I'm wrong, then let us know and prove us wrong. But again, we don't have the facts, but if it looks like a duck, what is like a duck? I said, for the past 24 years, having a fucking tyrant running our county, then, elections are coming up. And
now, and what we were talking about earlier was the fact that we were trying to look for the agenda for yesterday's meeting. Now, it was nowhere to be found, and this is because I looked myself after a few concerned people asked me, hey, we don't see the agenda posted. The agenda is always posted online. It doesn't even say that on the calendar that there is a Maverick County Commissioners Court meeting. So, I mean, I couldn't believe that. I got online, I checked myself, and there wasn't anything. Yes, they did run it live, but my concern was the thing that they were going to try to pull some type of situation or anything like that. Because whenever something, if you don't want anybody to know, you're not going to advertise, or you're going to do something wrong, you're not
keep it low key,
something shady, you're not going to want to do, anything, at least publicly, for people to notice.
Yeah.
Now, after we found the agenda, not online, somebody had to send it to us. We saw that there was items 23, 24 in reference to certain things from Precinct 3.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what were those things? The airport that has been under Precinct 3 for a long time. Precinct Three again with the airport and the water works plant. They had those two key county assets were in precinct 3. They came out in the agenda as item 23, 24. So it makes me wonder.
And it was brought up by who? The Tyrant.
The county judge was the one who submitted that.
Yeah.
So we're thinking, did that have something to do with it? Why would they post something about the water
maybe
plant?
because they're gonna, and again, I might be wrong. Again, I don't have the facts, but maybe, hey, you know what? Since they opened it up last year, COVID, lots of money, there was no money. There's gonna be funds allocated. Hey, you know what? Now, since there's gonna be a little bit of funds there, you know what, Commissioner? You know, you're no longer in charge of the airport because I'm gonna put it on the agenda, and I'm gonna have my hand raisers because that's all they fucking do.
The majority.
The majority.
That's what we've dubbed them on
The
our
hand raisers.
show. The majority. And we can see anybody that tunes in to a Maverick County Commissioners Court meeting, they have them live on Facebook.
They don't even talk. They're just.
You can see this Commissioners Court is so one-sided.
The tyranny.
And it's a majority. The majority rules. And yes, that's the way government is established. But then you tell me how is that fair whenever you have 3 working against 2 rather than the whole group working together
and talk about it
as it should be.
Yeah.
I mean, there's several issues that we've had with Commissioners Court. And again, the voting always comes out 3 to 2.
And the same votes.
It's the same people. The 3 is the county judge, precinct 1, Jerry Morales, precinct 2, Rosy Cantu, versus the votes of Olga Ramos from precinct 3 and Roberto Ruiz from precinct 4. That is how any controversial or anything
voting
having to do with
the
funding,
agenda or any funds,
it always turns out like that.
And
it's the same thing every single time.
And I go back to, hopefully things change around and maybe eventually in the future they put it on the agenda. But I think they need to start doing term limits, whether it's for county judge and again, hopefully, you know, how do they vote into it? Because we can't have a county judge 16, 20 years, brother, running our county. Where's the balance? I was talking to Mario Cruz today and I asked him, I said, where's the balance? Mario Cruz is a teacher, very political, knows a lot about politics. And, you know, we know what horse he's riding, but I'm not going to get into that because that's a different story. But I was telling him, like, why don't we get term limits for 8-year term limits for commissioners and 8 years term limit for county judges? Because then where's the balance in the county or in the state or anybody? Not, unfortunately, I think I saw him in an interview, the Tyrant, talking and saying, no, when I was a county commissioner 16 years ago, like he was 16 years as a county commissioner before he became, I think he's already going on his 3rd term as a county judge.
And that's the thing, is that you've been there so long, you know the ins and outs better than anyone else. And that's when somebody can take advantage of the situation that they're given. And I'm not saying because I don't have proof of any theft or I mean we don't have
we don't have proof, but there were feds a couple of years ago. I mean, I would be embarrassed.
That's the truth.
To be part of an entity like that where I was the county judge.
But one thing is for sure is that there is a very strong majority there. And guys, let me give you this stat right here. Whenever the new commission last election was going on, whenever they came out and they did a budget thing, right? Very similar to what happened with this year. So you have Rosy Cantu that's running. So they give her a whole bunch of money for her precinct, right? Okay, so she gets the lion's share, and you're talking about a big share of the funding available for streets and other projects. Now, you go back to when Jerry Morales was running his last election. He was running, and so was Pete Venegas. So guess who got the majority of the funding?
Them too.
Yes, and that's a trend that happens, guys. When you're dealing with structured corruption, which is not necessarily they don't take cash out of the taxpayers' money and go distribute it or go spend it or anything like that. No, they don't do that. That's not the way people work. And whenever you're dealing with public funding,
And that guy, that Pete Venegas, was his compadre. That commissioner, he was like his buddy. When I think he assigned him first, and then he ran, and then he won. Literally, David won again. The Tyrant won because I think he was assigned when David left that position, if I can recall.
no, it wasn't Pipa Negas. It was Rosales.
Rosales,
And
or
PK
another
Man.
buddy of him that ended up in jail,
And then
which David assigned, I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
yeah, and then after that it was
And then it was Pete Venegas, no?
yeah, and then Pete Venegas came in because he was appointed, and then he won.
He was appointed by who?
Won an
David
by
Salcedo.
David Salcedo, and then he won an election.
And he wasn't he already like a constable or something like that? Yeah,
I'm not.
he
Sure.
was a constable
Yes,
already,
yes,
and then
you're correct.
and I asked this. Yes, I agree with that point right there. Guys, it's very important that when election comes, stay tuned. But it's very, very important that we are all on top of what's been going on for the past years. People are sick and tired of all these bullshit going on here in Merritt County and in Eagle Pass. We already got half of the orange, handling it through the city, and we're not finished with the city because we still got some more stuff to work. And when I say we, I mean the community, the citizens of Eagle Pass and Merritt County. Make no mistake that I'm just speaking for myself. So, and the county, we got some work to do, but I'll tell you that much. I'll tell you that much, and we'll talk about that subject, Joey, later on. But yep, it's very, very important that when election times, we need to remember and be very vocal about it through all the people, your neighbors, people that go out to vote, and the ones that don't vote. It's very, very important that people voice their opinion and go out and vote. Very important to go out and vote. And you heard it for the past so many years in the past. There's 28,000 people to vote, and only 5,000 or 6,000 come out to vote. And that's the thing that, as a very vocal, I tell everybody that sends me messages like today, tomorrow morning, and the whole week, and the whole month, and the last months. Everybody wants to talk shit, and everybody wants to say all these fucking bullshit. But I tell them, show up your fucking face. Show your fucking face and be vocal about it. If you disagree with me, do something about it. Because guess what? I was fucking fed up with the city of Eagle Pass, and guess what I fucking did? I decided to do something about it. So just as me as one person, now let's multiply that times a lot of people. Be vocal about it. Don't just fucking send me a fucking messenger and tell me all your little bullshit. Be vocal about it and stand up. If you have a creed that you believe in, I mean, am I lying? Or we fucking step up our fucking game.
No.
If you fucking like throwing away your fucking money because we got leaders stealing our money, then if that's what we like as Merritt County, then let's fucking go. Continue voting for that fucking tyrant that we have here. I get sick and tired of it. I'm fucking sick and tired of all this bullshit. Fucking tyranny here in Eagle Pass. It's fucking unbelievable. It's fucking unbelievable. People gotta step up. People gotta step up. I'm stepping up. I'm doing my due diligence, if I'm not mistaken, if that's the correct. But it is what it is, guys. It's gonna take people like us to step up, because at the end of the day, when I die, I wanna use every freaking talent that I have to make a difference in this world. But if we want to stay behind the fucking scenes and the fucking couch and let a tyrant continue running Merritt County and all these fucking idiots out there that think they fucking know, then continue voting the way it is. Somebody's got to fucking change it, and I'm sure gonna do it or die trying. Isaac.
Well, see, and that's the thing is that right now what we're looking at is something that maybe we haven't. That got a little heated there, didn't it?
Buddy,
Hold on. Let's get rid of some of those.
get your fucking popcorn ready. Just got a little bit of more.
Let's work on those vibes right now. Again, guys, some sage
and some Gatorade. Con su pinche sage y yo con mi Gatorade. Because it's getting hot in here.
Yeah, I mean, it was a little intense. Billy shared, yeah.
But yo no tengo pelos en la lengua.
Vibes out here.
I don't. Woo! Yo no tengo pelos en la lengua. And sometimes if I have to, people, yeah, they tell me I'm a little bit.
Somebody like that.
Yo soy tantito maliciento and that I better fucking tone down. And yes, I better tone down. And I ask the Lord to calm me down because, you know, there's a good quote out there, and I love quotes. And there's one that says, well, no, never mind. I'll say that quote for later. But going back again, guys, it's very important to be vocal about it and step up. It's up to us to step up and make a difference in here in Maverick County. Eagle Pass is supposed to be bigger than it is. And believe me, we got our city working on it, our city elected officials working on it. We're working on change, and we still going to continue now working on change at the county level, Isaac. It's very, very important. Very important. We're not done with the city, but now it's time to step up our game at the county level because economic development here in Eagle Pass should be way up higher. He is passionate about it, and that's good. Of course, you got to be passionate about it, Joanna, because if I don't do it, who's going to do it? We all going to do it. Imagine, should we live in fear? We shouldn't live in fear. Fuck no, we don't live in fear. I ain't scared of nobody. The only person I fear is God, and the Ipaya is like, I don't fear anybody but God.
These guys here are always in Facebook jail. Shout
Yes.
out to my friends in Facebook jail. Puro saludos, guys. I hope
Joey.
we wish you a quick and fast not recovery, but a bailout from Facebook jail. Because yeah, Facebook's getting kind of ridiculous.
Maybe I should open up a Facebook bond
business
company.
Yeah.
Joey, I'll get you out of jail, Facebook jail, but for una feria, güey.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Maybe we should do that. That's not
Yeah.
a good investment, huh?
Right? Let's do it.
You call us, we call Facebook and try to get you out of Facebook
Yes.
jail.
If
right?
they charge us a fee, I'll dish out the fucking money, bro. But
if you are interested, go ahead and send the advance of $100 to $ the Rising Texan Media Cash App, please. Send us your fee, and we'll get in contact with Facebook to bail you guys out.
And yes, guys, going back to economic development, it all starts with our leaders. Shout out to Armin. What's up, my brother Armin Martinez Menchaca, Mr. Maluma, Mr. AKA Madonna in the house, brother. Saludos, Armin. But yes, economic development, we're only as good as our leaders, bro. It's like, you know, we have bad leadership, then we're gonna be a bad county or a bad city. You know, I walk around the streets, I walk around at the mall, wherever I'm at, HEB. You know, I love it when people tell me, hey, I'm so glad that Rolando won. The mayor, hey, no, it's no secret that I endorse Rolando Salinas for mayor. It's no secret I endorse Monica. Hey, whatever I can do to help the community. Let me tell you, those are good people, and not because I endorse them or help them out, but they're good people. And just for the record, Isaac, and now that we're here on our second episode of the Lone Star, I got paid zero money because people call me, how much do they pay you? None of their fucking business if they did or not. But let me tell you one thing. I did it at a heart. I didn't get paid nothing. In fact, by the contrary, it was a pleasure me, you know, because when Monica won and Rolando Salinas, I thanked the good Lord and I said, thank you, God, because at least you gave me the strength and the wisdom to make a difference in the city. Now it's time to do it in the county. Now it's going to be time. and we're gonna rock and roll. We're gonna cover the fuck up, Isaac, and we're gonna do whatever we can. And
I mean, I'm glad you touched a little bit on the city since we've talked about the county already. The city, there's a lot of stuff going on. I mean, there's a transition happening, and that's understandable.
But it's a start.
They're starting something. I mean, I'll be honest. What I am really impressed with is Councilwoman Monica Cruz for standing what she stood for. Going back to the budget meetings, and that's what's the most difficult part about being a elected official, and also a constituent or a resident. Because if you think about it, it takes a lot for somebody, especially there, to get a message out like that, stick to their guns. And Miss Monica Cruz, councilwoman, surprised me because she abstained from voting for the budget all step of the way.
Yes.
And that's because she had a problem with, and she explained it. She explained how she felt it was unfair the way some of the increases were given.
And she asked a lot of good questions that make sense.
Yeah, and that's my thing. And I enjoy it because she is a new councilwoman, woman, and she's there asking questions, whether it's comfortable for her, comfortable for the city manager, comfortable for the other council members. She's still asking the question.
Let me tell you, she doesn't want no favors from nobody. No, nothing. All she wants to be transparent, which that's what we ask most. That's what, as a citizen of the city or of Maverick County, that's all we ask for, being transparent. There's nothing wrong because these guys, we don't work for them. They work for us as politicians. And let's make no mistake about it. Anybody that's 18 years old, any parent out there, start letting your kids know, hey, you have the right to vote. And when you vote, these people, you are hiring them to work for you, these politicians. We don't fucking work for them. They work for us. Fortunately, like I said, two things we're going to do: die and pay taxes, Isaac.
Yeah.
And to be throwing away our money to people that are not running the county correctly, we're starting to work on an improvement in the city of Eagle Pass. And we haven't finished, but hey, at least change is there. Change is still coming, and it's going to come more. And in the county, rest assured that once county election starts, we're going to go full throttle. Joey, stay tuned on that question.
See, look, there keeps on coming up questions. People are interested already, and I can't blame y'all because yes, the elections are the way this last election for city council took place. I bet the people that do are into politics here, which I think nowadays people are into politics more now than ever, not just locally, statewide, and nationwide.
Exactly.
So now we're in a situation where everybody's itching to.
But let's not get into politics when it's a little bit too late either, Isaac. Let's start getting into politics 2 years ago, not right now. That's the thing where I tell parents right now that are watching out there, let your kids know when they turn 18, what it means to go out and vote. Don't just say, ay, mijo, ya vino doña Tencha, súbete el carro con ella y ve, vota por la que ella te diga. No, fuck no. Be smart about it. Let's break that chain here in Maverick County. Start teaching your kids right now who to vote for, what to vote for. Hey, at the end of it, it's your choice who you vote for. You want to vote for a tyrant, by all means, go ahead. Continue throwing your money away, pissing it away. But
now let's do this. What is your definition of a tyrant? Because you've said the word several times now. So a tyrant, just for people that may not, and not necessarily a definition of, but what is it to you?
To me, tyrant is a person that's literally, oppression is the word I want to use. Oppression. What I say goes, and that's it. I'm right and you're wrong. Anything that's gonna happen is gonna go through me, and I'm gonna have my little puppets, and they're gonna do what the fuck I fucking tell them to do. And if they don't like it, too bad, because I'm the person that you put to run this fucking show, and whatever I say goes. That's basically,
Okay, well, the definition of a tyrant is a cruel and oppressive ruler. A tyrant flycatcher. Okay, we'll go with the first one.
Okay,
right?
the cruel.
A cruel
Getting up
and
and
oppressive ruler.
telling the other commissioner that he's a fucking clown. And you better not listen to him. Knowing that the whole county is watching him.
And butting into somebody's space as well, because I mean he tends to do that to a lot of the females.
Well,
there.
He tries to intimidate who he thinks he can. You know? He thinks he can intimidate. But me, he ain't nothing to me. You know? You intimidate me more sometimes, Isaac, than that guy. And I'm just kidding.
A tyrant is above the law over civilian.
Exactly.
You want to say that one out?
Hey, I don't have to. That words speak louder than a dictator. So who was a dictator in going back to history? You know, a lawyer needs to run for a county judge so that they can clean everything up. We don't need someone to cover up all the bullshit. Hey, thank you, Joey, for that comment, you know. But again, it can be, honestly, it can be anybody. But the thing is that when we got somebody trying to put down people, and that's the leaders, if nobody, at the end of the day, it's nobody's fault but the citizens, Isaac. And now, yo hablo la pinche neta and the truth. And the citizens, we got them there. Make no mistakes, guys. We put that guy in there. Us, you, me. Que yo no voté por él, too bad, but we're part of that.
I mean, his last election,
Close.
If anything, if there is a trend going on, I really, there's no way he's going to make it this next year.
He ain't going to win.
I mean, I know a lot of people are asking who's going to run. There hasn't been anybody confirmed running. Now, there has been several rumors. And there's been
and those rumors are going to be confirmed pretty soon, Isaac.
Yeah.
For specific reasons that we can't say because of laws and all that bullshit. But, you know, they are going to come out pretty soon of who's going to be running pretty soon. So, like I say, stay tuned. So hopefully are we back?
Yeah, we've been live.
Hopefully, you know, we can put it together and have the support of the community, the citizens of Maverick County. And again, when we talk about Maverick County, we don't just mean the county outside. Citizens of Eagle Pass, all the way from San Luis Elementary, Seco Mines, all the way to by the Austin, that old school Austin Elementary, which is the modern Eagle Pass Independent School District, can go out and vote. So City of Eagle Pass inside can go and vote for the county judge. That's another thing that once the election starts, I'm going to hammer on that. Believe me. Ray Vasquez, I'll be your Huckleberry. Buddy, stop me when I'm wrong. Afamael, go buy yourself a Lamborghini over there in Dubai right now, bro. Walk into a dealership, paga cash, brother. Get yourself a nice.
Well, I mean, you're seeing there's definitely a trend. I mean, he lost by about 12 votes, was it 8 votes, something like that? That's unheard of. Who? I don't know if I'd be able to accept the win by winning by 12 votes.
And I vote, and he won. ¿Por qué? Porque le dijo a Gloria Hernández, you know what? Endorse me. And then, what a coincidence that endorsement, le dijo David Saucedo when they went to runoff, tells Gloria Hernandez, endorse me. And what a coincidence that David wins because she got endorsed by Gloria Hernandez. And then the ratito, she was assigned as a county attorney?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and she was also part of that defund enforcement effort.
Yes.
Defund law enforcement effort, because she got sent a letter by the county judge letting her know that her department was going to get cut about $90,000 in funding. And she just sat back and did nothing about it.
Bro, that lady just collects. Ella no le importa. She did.
Now, I'm just talking about her in the capacity of
she didn't even make it in the Kikapula Casino, la rumbaron para afuera.
Yeah, and you know she still works with the county right now.
Yeah.
She gets paid
Good money.
I'm not sure. I would have to ask. We actually, you know what? We do have the
Yeah, I
checks
think it
for
was
her.
like 4 or 5 grand.
It was 5,000 a month, I believe, in checks a
So-
month. You know, one of the things that we did see her recently do was get bullied by David Salcedo, judge of Maverick County. He was there getting bullied by her, and it was by him. He was bullying her, which we see all the time by this judge. Correct?
Yes. Now let me tell you straight. You guys want to see how a real county judge is? Look at the one from Valverde County, man. Kudos to that county judge. That guy, you don't fuck around with that guy. He tells you straight up. He even said, "I don't give a shit if you guys don't vote me next year." Have we even heard a county judge talk about a border crisis? Has he even come? Has he even mentioned border crisis? Has he made a press conference? He doesn't give a shit about this fucking community, bro. He doesn't. He doesn't give a shit. Yeah, she was all in all along. Charger Dodging. It's unbelievable. Like there's a crisis going on, and our leader ain't doing or talking shit about it. That's another thing that I haven't even seen. The county judge in Valverde, that guy's on top of shit, bro. That guy's on top of shit. Let me tell you, that guy, he talks very blunt. He talks like a true leader, and you can tell. I don't even know that guy. I only seen him in videos, but you can tell. You can tell that guy's a straight shooter. Talks very blunt, and he's not fucking around. His only goal is the citizens of Valverde County, and that's the way a county judge is supposed to be, Isaac.
I couldn't agree with you more because it seems that we're not getting that kind of treatment from our current county judge, David Salcedo. And it's unfortunate with several of the things that have come out from Precinct 3, Precinct 4, that they are against what's going on with this shift of funding to assist nothing but pretty much Precinct 2 in the majority, Rosy Cantu, who is up for re-election very, very soon. And, we don't know. We haven't heard who's going to run. There's been, like I said, a lot of rumors. But one thing we do know for sure is that David Salcedo, he's going to be running again. We're certain. And he's going to have a rough time this go around. Oh, yeah. And not only him, but the people that decide to side with him as political allies, because people do not want to see him anymore as our county judge.
So all you guys that decided to side with him, you're going to be, what's the word that I want to use? You're going to be exposed. So all you guys that decide, all you fucking clowns that were last time in the last city election, by all means, be there, because you will be exposed that you're backing up a tyrant. Make no mistake about it, I said. Because right now with social media, they will tear you apart, let me tell you. And you guys want to support that tyrant, then you're going to be part of that tyranny.
I strongly believe that had a key role in this city election. It was obvious. It was out there that David Salcedo, he was with these groups, with Luis, former Mayor Luis Cifuentes, who is rumored to run against Roberto Ruiz for Precinct 4.
I already told him not to waste his time, Isaac.
Yeah. We don't think that would go very well for him.
Yep.
But moving on to the other one, he was never around Miss Monica Cruz's campaign.
Well, and I'm going to tell you what I witnessed. She went and the tyrant went and said hi to the opposing of Monica Cruz. And I'm not going to mention her name because of respect. Y a Mónica ni volteó a verla, ni quiso saludar, ni nada. That's so totally unprofessional. Classless. And, you got to be thick-skinned if you're in politics. And that's the number one reason I'm not thick-skinned. As you can see, I have a firework that I pop faster than a rabbit, All we need is... But... we're going to need you here, Ray, pretty soon, come November, come January, February, Ray Vasquez. So you better gas up your diesel truck or your Silverado. But yes, it's very important. Again, let's talk about border crisis. Enough with that tyrant. Let's talk about the border crisis of what happened what transpired these last few weeks in Del Rio.
Mm-hmm.
It's unbelievable what happened down at the bridge. Kudos to Governor Abbott. Hey, and all the heat those Border Patrol agents took, man. I said, I don't know, man. It's unbelievable. These people are taking care of our backyards, taking care of our borders, and then they started? Media starts spinning it, whipping. Come on, like I can't believe it. Shout out to my friend Maria Cruz that's out there. Maria, she's a law enforcement officer. Shout out. I'm so glad that you're doing well, Maria Cruz. So I want to send a shout out to my good friend Maria Cruz that's out there. Salud, Maria. But yes, our law enforcement getting bashed, our border patrol agents getting backlash, and the media spinning all these bullshit that they were whipping a Haitian and all that, and that just goes to show you how times people in the media will spin a lot of shit. It's unbelievable. I can't freaking believe it, but behind that's right. I have. In fact, today I worked out with a friend of mine, Skiles, Border Patrol agent. I love the guy. I will always have their back. I saw this. It was this comment that I read today, and it was pretty good. And he talked about. Let me show you this comment. Yes, I'm gonna listen to my sister, and I'm gonna stop saying bad words. And I apologize to everybody out there. I promise. Last week I did pretty good, but I think I'm at a D- right now, Isaac.
D-, I think
On
it's
the
a big F, if you ask me.
Yes, and I don't even drink alcohol, but
There you go. You got a shout out.
Thank you for your support, law enforcement. I'll always back up the blue, the green, and the red, all the law enforcement. But I saw, and I'm trying to find it here, and it says by our ex-president Donald Trump said, before we ask what's fair to illegals living in our country, we must first ask what is fair to American families, students, and taxpayers, and America's job seekers. It's about putting Americans first. But yet, we got all these medias out there spinning all the bullshit that they were whipping and trying to make it a racist bullshit. But you know what? Mm-hmm. All these Don Lemon motherfuckers out there. Oops. CNN and all that bullshit.
I told you an F.
Yes, I'm what's after an F and a G? I'm already at a G-.
At a G-? Damn.
But again, it's unbelievable what happened. Mm-hmm. These people spinning all this bullshit about our agents.
And the thing is that what a lot of people don't understand is that what's happening on the border and anywhere else for that matter, it happens with any situation. It all depends how media pushes it out,
spins it,
explains it, tells it. That's very important. And you can see with a lot of news medias, corporate and even independent, they have a bias to where they put a story a certain way to get either certain attention or to get funding coming their way, or however you want to say it, right? And that's what media does, because that's what sells and that's what gets people to watch their media.
Yeah, because it's about ratings, and then eventually it turns about ratings. Al Sharpton, bro.
Yeah, shows up at the border. He wasn't even allowed to say anything.
They called him out. They told him, "Hey, Del Rio's not a racist city. Get the hell out of here." They didn't even. what the hell is he doing here? We go back to what the hell was Sharpton having to doing here? Anybody out there, feel free to comment. Okay, and I don't want to say bad words, and I'm trying to control myself, but what the hell did Al Sharpton had to be doing here in freaking Del Rio? He had no freaking business being in Del Rio, Isaac. No freaking business.
And that's the thing where people are trying to look for more in an actual of what it is. Now, when it comes to rules, laws, I mean, there should be no emotional aspect in a law. A law is a law, and that's what the law is. Now, what they're trying to do is put an emotional spin, an emotional look, an emotional feeling. They're trying to make you feel something. And how do they do that? By bringing up race to divide us, by bringing up things that they could use in the media to hurt or to make you feel some type of way about something else. And it's accomplished. There was rumors of the Black Lives Matter, having a parade and everything. I can tell you right now, Del Rio doesn't give a crap about what's going on. What they wanted was for people to stop illegally crossing the borders and putting their community possibly at risk.
Oh, yeah.
Big risk. I mean, we see pictures all the time from all of the counties around, and we see people getting arrested with guns, with drugs. They're undocumented people. We don't know who's coming over the border. That's why immigration was set up to be done in a legal process.
Yes, there's a process.
Not just, hey, y'all, vénganse todo el grupo, everybody come down. You're the next contestant and the price is right?
They're immigrants. To me, an immigrant is somebody that wants to come work at a factory, anybody that wants to work out in the fields. Those to me are immigrants. That are grandparents, and they don't have to be Mexicans. Again, I'm not saying that, but that's gonna change. Merrick, South Texas, local media is gonna control that. Our podcast is straight up podcast. There's no favoritism. There's only we will not confuse it with being blunt, because at least I'm very blunt about many things, and fortunately, it's gotten me good places for being blunt. I'm never gonna be afraid of speaking the truth. But going back to the Biden crisis, it's unacceptable that these people that are taking care of our borders, yet they're getting bashed for you and me and Isaac to sleep good at night. That's not fair for our border patrol agents. That's not fair for our state troopers. And that's not fair for our local police departments, whether it's in Del Rio or Eagle Pass, Laredo, now the southern border, So it's very important that I always say it. Yeah, with Al Sharpton, that guy's evil. You guys don't even know. Oh, and I understand that the wife of our city councilman, Diaz, I don't know, he's a wife or whatever the heck he is to him.
Partner.
I don't know.
Okay.
I heard they're leaking boots in Washington.
What do you mean by that?
Well, he said that he called out some of our elected officials that they were leaking boots in Austin.
Okay.
I heard through my buddy, a friend of mine, that they're out there in Washington leaking boots. I hope that's how they're leaking.
Whose boots are they licking?
Biden's boots.
And he's the one who caused all the...
Kamala Harris.
Kamala Harris.
They're out there. Rolando Fortis is in jail too. Rolando Fortis, are you in jail too, brother? Because you're on YouTube. Jeez. Yeah, I was I got a video sent by a friend of mine, and he's a board tech in Arizona, and I think they had him somewhere stationed, I don't know, in some Air Force base. And I asked him, "What are you guys getting on a plane for. He goes, we're escorting all these people back to La 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 Land.
Nice.
It's unbelievable. And so what does that? What does it happen? It takes all those people away from our border protecting. So you and me and the ranchero and everybody in the popis houses and the rich house, so they can sleep good at night. It takes them away from there. You know, when they could be out there securing our border.
Yeah, but where, and this is what Joey's talking about. A couple of months back, when all this situation was going down and the border crisis there in Del Rio, he lobbied Joe Biden for permission to open up Laughlin Air Force Base in Del Rio. What this did is allowed for commercial flights to be taken from Laughlin and be sent over, across the nation. So, one, you have Tony Gonzalez, that's the congressman that allowed or lobbied for this to happen. I want to say that possibly Eddie Morales, state representative, also supported the issue. So
if they supported the issue, what the hell are they doing standing there to the governor? That's the thing that bothers me. Like, if I'm against all this going on, but now shit's hitting the wall, but now I'm gonna stand there next to you and be taking pictures. To me, that's fucking bullshit, Isaac. Honestly.
Well, I mean, that's what politicians are nowadays. Let's be honest. People that are politicians and that want to be in that position.
But where does he leave the citizens that voted for him?
Oh, shit out of luck. Shit out of luck. That's just the way it is. I mean,
unbelievable.
You're talking about it. Politicians, they just play to a monetary majority, if you want to call it that way, or maybe that's not the best way to call it. But the people who pay for them to be able to run and take care of them while they run and during their campaigns and is able to bring them up and down and all that. Those people that pay to give donations, those are the people that get preferential treatment.
Yes.
Not you, not me,
no.
Not the citizens, not the residents. The people who pay the dollar to help them win elections are the ones that get taken care of no matter what it is they want. And it's the same as a congressman. It's the same as a state representative. It's the same as a senator. Just go back and check on there's several websites that are available, and you can see who's donating all this money to these people.
And yes, Mary County is blue. Yes, I get that part. But
well, I would argue it's more purple now than anything. It's not blue. It's not red yet.
Well, don't mention purple.
But it's purple.
Okay. But I spoke to a student of mine, and you know what a student of mine. I spoke to an ex-student of Eagle Pass High School, and he said that Beto Urque came, gave a water to a lady, took a picture and left. La trajo la vieja loca, esa la Democratic chairman.
Well, see, and I think I saw that video. They took her to go meet a bedridden lady, right?
Le dio una bottle of water.
To a bedridden lady?
Yeah.
The lady couldn't come out.
Que tenía COVID.
Can we have some more class? Like, a lady doesn't want to get, if you were bedridden, would you?
I don't want nobody in my ears. But it was a publicity stunt by that Democratic chairman. That lady doesn't know the difference between a sneeze and a wet fart, brother.
We did see her several times publicly
endorsing
bashing. Well, I don't think she endorsed more than she bashed Orlando Salinas,
which is very unprofessional for being a Democratic chairman. Because
he's Democrat, right?
Yeah, and it's like really like she would say comment and quote unquote, or don't quote me actually, but something of this part where she would say, I don't think that he's qualified. Well, I don't think you're qualified to work at McDonald's because, who is she to be saying who qualifies and who's not? And the bold people that she said that they were not qualified, guess what? They ended up winning. So, eat your heart out, Democratic chairman. You don't know the difference between a sneeze and a wet fart.
Sneeze and a wet fart.
She doesn't.
I think we need a little more. One last time before we finish up here,
guys. But again,
clear some vibes.
That border crisis, luckily it slowed down a little bit. Hopefully, I know that our mayor was in contact with several officials in Mexico, which they were turning down shed loads of buses that were gonna come to Piedras Negras. So very, very, yes, super. No, the roof's not on fire. It's Isaac's. What do they call
Sage.
Sage. Yes. Luckily there's still about 30 or 40,000 guys on the southern Mexico border. So God willing, they put a stop to it, and hopefully we're gonna be okay. And because it gets crazy. Our border patrol checkpoints get closed down. Look at all the distraction that it caused, that people can start passing illegal drugs or illegal stuff. And it's very, very, very important, again, if you ever see a law enforcement officer out there, hey, give him a thanks, buy him a coffee, give him on the house. If you own a little business, give him a little bit of discount. Everything helps, guys. It's very important that we take care of our people. And I think it's getting ready to go watch Netflix, brother, for me.
Netflix and chill?
Nah, I don't have anybody to chill, brother.
Guys, I guess we got to call a podcast because Billy just said he needs to go.
Well, I'm not calling it. I'm just saying
chill.
We got about 5 minutes. Anybody have any comments or any questions, concerns? Hit us up. It's
asking time.
It's asking time. Anybody want to ask us any questions? Fire away. We got a lot of viewers out there. So remember Beto Rowe. We'll remember that.
Well, rumors are that he's going to be running for Texas
Good
governor.
fucking luck.
Rumors are he will be running.
Minus G, what's H?
Governor.
Negative minus H already?
Yeah, you did horrible in the.
Man,
Mm-hmm.
maybe I was the one that needed the bourbon this week, brother.
We were alcohol free after last podcast.
Pinche Isaac bien pedo.
We learned that lesson real quick, guys.
Él era el maliciento last week. Ahora.
We learned real quick. Let's not do it that way again, right? That's the whole point of doing new things, is learning as you go through the process and improving through the process.
Oh, real quick question that I want to bring up. I spoke to a friend of mine that I went shooting with this past week, and he was saying, you know what? One of the things that I did notice when I was in high school is that the teachers, our history teachers, try to cram us to be Democrats. So when I turned 18, I was eventually voting Democrat. And that's something that we might bring up next week. Mm-hmm. But just a quick reminder that it's so sad that hopefully it'll be the first and last time that I hear a student that turns 18 and saying that hopefully he's wrong and that I'm wrong, or what he told me and the information that I'm giving you guys out there, that hopefully the teachers are not, what do you call the word, brainwashing them to vote Democrat. They're supposed to do their job and teach, what the difference between a Democrat and a Republican is, and let them make a choice. Maybe they're independent. Maybe, I do remember when I was in history, I remember Democrat. I remember the R. I remember the D as in Democrat. I don't want to start no fucking rumors out there.
Yeah.
And I remember the I as independent. So I recall that. So if you're a teacher out there, make sure you're doing your job. Like Belichick says, just do your job and teach history the way it's supposed to be, and teach them that it's a choice, that it's a God-given choice. That's what makes this country great, is to go out there and exercise voting out there. It's very important, you teachers out there, for the Eagle Pass Independent School District or for private matter.
Yeah, it's always important to keep in mind that your voice is your vote, and the only way that you can express your vote. Hey, yeah, that was me in Walmart, man. I was with my little boy. We had to go buy him the baseball belt, a little helmet, and all that stuff for our season. So that was fun.
But yeah, guys, again, it's very important, if you're out there, if you see a military, law enforcement out there, hey, be kind to them, because remember, we sleep good at night because of them. I live half a mile from the river, and believe me, I see those agents, those troopers back and forth, working their butt off. So if you can be grateful when you see them, and even if you can't buy them anything or whatever, just thank them and say, hey, you know what, approach them and tell them that they're doing a heck of a job, because it's not rocket science, and it's hopefully, we go back to this county being safe, and the whole South Texas, not just our county, and hopefully we learn from this past. Hopefully, we do learn from what just happened, what transpired here in Del Rio, and hopefully.
And we're hoping that something like that doesn't happen in Eagle Pass, because that was just 30, 40 minutes up the river. And it's possible that, we get a surge like that too. That could have been us as well. So that's something to keep in consideration. And if you don't agree
and our leaders too have learned from that.
Mm-hmm.
So we have protocols, we have game plans. If you don't plan to succeed, you have planned to fail, brother. And we better be ready as community leaders, as law enforcement, and all those people out there. Hopefully, we can. Yes, God bless our agents. Keep them in prayers, because there's a lot of agents that are not spending time with their families. They're from out of town. I've met agents from Austin, Houston, all the way from the Panhandle, Isaac, Dallas agents that are detailed.
Long way from home.
Yes. And, they're not spending time with their families for what? To protect your ass and my ass and everybody's asses here. And again, I'm ready to call it a day, Isaac. Thank you, everybody, for.
Yeah, we want to thank everybody for tuning in. This was our second episode of the Lone Star Podcast, something new that we're trying out, where we talk sports, we talk politics, we talk religion, spirituality. Today we had border crisis. Today we talked a little about the county, about the city. We did some sports too at the top of the show. We did have a little malfunction, but we gracefully recovered from that. So we want to let you guys know that we'll be here again next week for our episode number 3 on next Tuesday. And don't forget the Rising Texan podcast later this week as well.
Stay tuned.
And we'll catch up with you guys later. Thanks for tuning in. All of y'all that tuned in
God
Facebook
bless.
And those that tuned in on YouTube. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see y'all later. Have a good one.